Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the breakfast show. And definitely this morning we have SmartRobie with us, and our focus will probably be focusing on the US market. And US market has been really making great high. I think many of you would have known that already. So it's just more of really updating some of the things that we talk about. And I do hope that many of our listeners, or at least our SmartRobie users, are already in this so-called what we talk about US market. Now, no doubt the ringgit is getting back to where it was. Remember, we were at 4.13, now getting back to 4.3, right? I think very likely might go back to 4.4. So let's take a look at what we have this morning. In our agenda, the US Nasdaq continued to stay volatile, which I will talk about it shortly, because ahead, which is only 2 weeks later, is the US election, November the 5th, 2024. Nasdaq, Dow Jones, S&P 500 futures has already turned green pentagon. There has been green pentagon for respectively 9 days for the Nasdaq, Dow Jones 24 days, and S&P 500 has been one of the longest, almost a month ago, which is not surprised many of you who followed the US Robie through our Pentagon Guider will know that. We also look at some stage 2 shares, which actually we rebranded them to calling trending, and also stock FA. For beginners, use the FA stocks in here. All right. So of course, SmartRobie is powered by Pentagon Guider, and most of the things which we must know that US is a lot of time is driven by news. Interest rate uncertainty, talk about cutting rates and not cutting rates. And last Friday, I reported that the inflation rate are starting to come down to 2.2, and that's very close to the US Fed's target at 2%. So they might be not cutting, or cutting 50 basis point or 25 basis point, and certainly the measurements, that's what's causing it. And of course, we know the US presidential election it's here, but the question is, if November 5th is narrowly what we call margin, the margin between the winner, in this case either Trump or Harris, is very narrow, then there will be a lot of contention for protests, and that will lead to the market volatility. That's the only downside that we see from this election. If there is a landslide victory among the two candidates, then it will be kind of very straightforward going in here. All right. So let's take a look at the 3-month year-to-date 3-month sector. Okay, sector return. You can see XLU is the utility, XLI is the basic material in here. Technology is still lagging behind XLK, which is only 3% in here. Real estate has been really one of the big winner, and property prices are started to pick up. The finance has done pretty well over the last 3 months, up 9% in here. And the rest, you could also see energy is only down 2%. We know that energy prices has slid below the 200-day moving average, then that's sort of driving this market lower. On the US sector, you can see everything is turned green pentagon, with energy, which we talk about, and also consumer sector. Some of the longest running has been semiconductors, up 37 days, but I do think that once it up too much, then there's likely to be a pullback. XLK, which is a technology stocks, been up for 10 days. So going after the US president election, if the winner is quite straightforward and clear, then you see a rally until year end. So be known about this fact that we see in here, right? So on the US Dow Jones, we can see the 20 and above the 50-day moving average. You can see the market is really marking up new high coming in here. Wheel rate track, which is a 20 and 40, are starting to march upwards and widen, and as well as the fourth quarter of the year, seasonality is continuing to be very strong, bullish. Market is in stage 2 markup. Market continue to go higher. Run your rally and mark up your prices. And those of you who are not in yet, look for pullback for any re-entry in here, right? Nasdaq is also in the soon to be turning into a stage 2 markup, holding above the 50 and 20-day moving average. That widening between the 50 and 20 moving average, which you see here, the little gray line and the purple line will be good. News or interest rate cut will likely to be end of November, and we will expect to reach new high after the 5th of November, which is doesn't take a genius to figure this out. Now we have rebranded the stage 2 shares to trending stocks. So what are trending stocks? Basically it's just the same name with a stage 2 continuation of an uptrend. And this week we have Blackstone and we also have TSM. All right, so let me just bring up the stocks that I want to show you this. All right, bring up the okay, so what we want to do is just bring this up here, and I'm going to zoom it in here. And so you have this is the stage 2 shares. Let me just hit this again. So you click on to the trending stock, which is just behind my head here. And so you scroll up, you can see very nicely. So let me just scroll it down. What are the choices we have? We have Blackstone, TSM, okay, T-Mobile, all right, Horn, TM, so on and so forth. Okay, so these are the strong one that you have. American Express. So the stocks that I generally like, what are those? Oh, sorry for this. Okay, and let me just take this out of the way. Right, is okay. Oh, sorry. I need to bring up the stocks and show you which one I like. I generally like the. Let me just push this to a side here. All right, and I do like the American Express. Hang on, I remember I put those slides in here. Yes, these are your stage 2 shares. Let's take a look at American Express. Okay, AXM. So you want to click on that one, and you want to move to stock chart, stock comment. Right. So what it says here, it has a 66.7% favorable win rate, right, since 20th of April. So there were 9 trades and it wins 66.7 times with a minimum of 4.5% price gain. Okay, and you can see 4.5% since 17th of September. So this is still trending up in the stage 2. Let's look at the chart. So I hit that one and I'm going to turn this right. So we just wait for the chart to come up. So you can see since then been making a nice uptrend in here. The finance stocks are doing pretty well. All right, let's look at another one, which is I have here. I kind of like Chubbs is also finance, Honeywell, Timus, Taiwan Semiconductors. This one has done pretty well with the good earnings coming in, also from Nvidia and also Apple stocks. Okay, hit this stock chart, so you can see from here. And the big jump that we saw last week was the reporting of it. So there was a nice uptrend. If you had caught it much earlier around this time frame here, right, which is around the just before the 6th of October, that would be a nice one in here. So it pays dividend to run your green Pentagon. Okay, having said that, and it's good to able to do so with that. All right, let's move on to next. We have here is what do we have? Okay, let's move on to next. Don't forget to subscribe to our free newsletter and also public announcement. There is a way you can get the Sharia US shares, especially for our friend. You can go over to wahid.com/my and there's about 200 of these shares. Look under this page, under holding, then you can know some of the stocks are pretty good. And you can invest through this channel, which is the Sharia, and use any of the brokerage out there. And for our SmartRobie FA stock, which is the fundamental stocks, we have 2 PVH, which is just turned green Pentagon. You can see here. So next week you'll take a look at it in 2 weeks times, right? And check out the FA2, and also the other next one is new NUE. All right, NUE. So let's bring out NUE since I didn't have that chart here. So you want to put NUE. Bring this one here. So hit this. And we want to go on to stock chart, stock comment. All right, you can see turn green Pentagon, took out a lot of the upthrust, right? You can see here, right? So that's going to be good. So this market looks like they're going to be zoom all the way. All right, as I said before, looking healthy, the US market, and some of these shares will give you great potential, I believe, going forward. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to PVH. And last month we have AMT on the last episode that we did on 19 August. I think the AM Apply Magnetics. So we'll look at Apply Magnetics. Before that, let me just go on to AD. This is Apply Magnetics, which actually gone up to AM80. All right, stock chart, stock comment. Hit that one, and you can see last time we had it at $210 here, and this time it's it did go higher to above the old high. Let me just bring it up here. This price, which is hit it here, which is around 209, okay, to 210. Okay, so it did go up to 210, and then it came back down right to a low, and now retesting it. It seems to be a resistance around 210, and we have the big sell-off, but I do think this is only temporarily going forward. Okay, so the other stock done pretty well, I believe, was Victoria's Secrets. All right, so let's take a look at Victoria's Secrets right now. I'm going to bring up the chart here. Okay, Victoria's Secret is VSCO, and you enter. So you can see last time when we were there, it was only 248. So we go on to stock chart, stock comment. Hit this button here, and that will get us to the wider chart. All right, Victoria's Secret, you can see in sometime in August 1918, right? Earlier on, the market gaps up and running to $28. All right, so that's a good one too. All right, our unique proposition, I think many of you are known, our Pentagon Guider that give you the buy and sell signal. And don't forget to use the watch list right now, right? You can set it up in there. They may be, if you do find any difficulty or issue, do send your queries to our help desk. They are ready to answer your questions. It's available in the tab menu in here, right? The green and red alert, you can set it up by exchange, will definitely put you in the right position. Okay, don't forget the breakfast show every second and fourth Monday of the month. Now take note, the Friday breakfast show has been postponed until further, because I just I couldn't find the time to do the Friday breakfast show, so there will only be one breakfast show on once a week in here. All right, take note. And for summary, the market turning upwards, as I said before. The November months, usually we have lower job claims. The market corrections are good. So remember the US elections, right ahead, and new high will be in very soon, right? So that's all we have for this morning. Thank you for coming, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you on Wednesday. All right, thank you.